What's good, everybody? No idea if you've seen the past two videos I posted about the little debacle with me and my PlayStation 4, or me and Sony in general. I'm gonna go into detail about that real quick, and then I'm gonna get into the topic that I want to discuss with y'all. I have recently purchased two things from the PlayStation Network. One being Child of Light. There is gameplay footage on my channel. Feel free to go check that out of me playing Child of Light. I bought it because it reminded me a lot of Ori, an Xbox game, a Xbox One game, excuse me, that my girlfriend has because I bought her the Xbox One. She's an Xbox person. I'm a Nintendo guy. She's an Xbox girl. I'm a Nintendo guy, and was a PlayStation fan for a while. PlayStation 1 and PlayStation 2. Did not like the 3. Don't really care for the PlayStation HD. I'm not calling it a PlayStation 4. PlayStation HD or PlayStation Remake or PlayStation Remaster seems to be more fitting of a title, because that's all that's coming out is remasters, remakes, and very few and far between are there any original IPs. Now, that's not taking away from the original IPs like The Order of 1886 or Infamous Second Son, or even Killzone Shadowfall, or Uncharted 4. But one thing you cannot deny is that this generation on PlayStation seems to be, and it seems to be trending ever since its inception, is HD definitive editions, remasters, remakes, and ports. My God, the ports. Holy shit. Can we get like a 6-month span time of where we don't see one fucking port? I think PlayStation believes their system's gonna fall off the face of the map if they don't port every single fucking title. Or if they don't make a definitive edition of one fucking title. This started, not this generation, but last generation. They did this last generation and got on my fucking nerves too. This is why I didn't buy into the PS3. I saw this coming with the PS3. Even though the PS3 could have held its own weight without all the fucking remakes and all the fucking remasters during that generation. But everyone was like, oh, you're fucking crazy. Now it's right there in front of your face. And I don't seem so crazy anymore. Because you have Tomb Raider. For as good a game as that is, Tomb Raider found a definitive edition or an HD edition on the PS4 and Xbox One. Dishonored, another definitive edition or HD remaster on the PS4 and Xbox One. Fucking Final Fantasy X-10-10-2 was remade or remastered or whatever for the PlayStation 3 at the end of its life cycle, right before the launch of the PS4. And then what happened? Turned around and fucking right on it, right there it is, right for you guys. It's on the PS4, okay? It's on the PS3, PS4, PS Vita. That son of a bitch is on everything. And people are getting sick of it, okay? It is very hard. You have to literally sift through tons of bullshit to find original IP. And I know what you're thinking, okay, now that we're into year 2, maybe it's gonna stop. Okay, look at the games that are coming out. The most wanted games. One of them's a remake. One of them bitches, the most anticipated game of this generation for PlayStation and Xbox One, is a remake. It's not going anywhere. As much as I would love to see that shit go somewhere, it's not going anywhere. Final Fantasy VII is probably the most anticipated game coming out for this generation. Sorry to put aside anything else coming out, but since they officially announced it, everything else is number 2. Everything else. Name one game that got the recognition at any E3 press conference that Final Fantasy VII's true remake got. You can't do it. So a remake has become the #1 anticipated game. No longer is it Kingdom Hearts 3 an original IP. No longer is it Uncharted 4 an original IP, but a remake. See what I'm saying? This generation isn't a half-assed generation like last generation was, which is still, I believe, a full-fledged half-assed generation. It's the generation of what can we remaster and remake to make you fork over just a little bit of change. Because wasn't this game on the PS3 and Xbox 360, yet they ported it to the Xbox One and the fucking PlayStation 4, and yes, even the Wii U has it. Didn't they port this game like 5 different consoles now? It's on every fucking thing. Not only did they do it to the Assassin's Creed, but Resident Evil Revelations 1. Didn't they port that to everything? Okay. They did it with God of War 3. It was on the PS3. Now they've ported it over. They call it a HD remake. How do you HD a Blu-ray, first of all? Has anyone else not ever figured this shit out? Sony is grabbing for cash. In case you haven't, this is now segueing into my topic. They are grabbing for money, okay? I am sick of people saying that Nintendo can't make good products. You're mad because Nintendo's new console is 900p. First of all, right here. To anyone who's talking shit about that. Because you motherfuckers still haven't figured out that the Xbox One plays certain titles that are shared between the PS4 and the Xbox One at a lower frame rate and still looks like a slideshow and still looks like shit in comparison. Right here. I'm not being a fanboy. This is a fact. Your precious Call of Duty. Have you figured it out yet? Have you figured out that the shit looks better on PlayStation 4 than it does on the Xbox One? You haven't. Because if you had, you'd be knocking down Xbox's door going, why is this fucking going on? But you're not. You want to bitch about things, but you don't want to change them. Look, I'm all for innovation. I like the Wii U gamepad. I've had no problems with it. I've seen the lag in gameplays. I think some of it's disturbing. I think some of it's hilarious. But I do not excuse the fact that we are in the middle of the HD generation, the high definition, the definitive edition, the remake generation, the remastered generation. I don't. These consoles are $400. What are we paying $400 for? Everything that has come out, we already fucking own. Give me one good reason to pay this amount of money for these systems. Because if you haven't figured it out yet, they're grabbing at your wallet. They're coming out with unique ways to grab at your wallet. I'm going to give you a key example. It's a handheld, but it's a key example. This is the 3DS. This is the new 3DS, and it's the Hyrule edition of the new 3DS, the Majora's Mask Hyrule edition, The Legend of Zelda. It's not the only one I have. Here's another 3DS, another cash grab, and yes, it's by Nintendo. I got games here to prove it too. This is not the only version of Destiny on the market. There's another one that doesn't look like this. In fact, if I turn it around right here, you see that right there? That's what the front of the game looks like if you get the original copy. Alright? The PS4, there's 2 different versions of this system if you buy the bundled copy of this game. Now, if you want to tell me that they're not trying to grab at your wallet, please explain to me why is it that both the PS4 and the Xbox One seem to come out with multiple versions of the same shitty ass product. You can't fucking do it. Oh, I know what you're gonna say. Nintendo does it with their handhelds. Yeah, but you know what? Their handhelds fucking sell. Their handhelds actually fucking sell. And their handhelds are more stable than either one of them two fucking systems. They don't require an update all the motherfucking time. Tell me I'm wrong. Go ahead. When's the last time your Xbox needed an update? What, last week? 2 weeks ago? Today? When's the last time you turned your 3DS on and it needed an update? The beginning of the month? Middle of last year? I mean, I obviously updated mine when I got it 3 weeks ago. But that's because I opened it brand new. It hasn't had to update since. Damn thing doesn't need to update all that much. My PS4 seems to update once a month. At least once a month. Fuck, these games have to update all the time. Destiny updates once a day. Now tell me it's not a cash grab. PS4, Microsoft. Multiple versions of the same fucking system. Multiple. You got the white PS4, it's a Destiny bundle. You have a white Xbox One, and that is a Halo Master Chief Edition. You have a blue one, a Forza Edition. You have a black one, Standard Edition. You have another black one called an Elite. You have the Day 1 Edition that came with the Kinect. You have a blue, stainless blue one, nice looking one with a terabyte, and it's a Halo 5 one. You know the weird part about that one is? They don't come with hard copy games. They're all digital. Yeah, they're pimping the shit out of these systems, hoping you'll buy them. These are cash grabs. Ain't nothing on these systems original. And then you get home and you play these games. Halo 5 is the shortest Halo of all time. And it lied to us. They were like, oh, it's going to be this great, battle. And it's horrible. Go look at the reviews for it if you don't believe me. Go ahead. Then you had Destiny. Destiny took a huge hit. A lot of people like it, but a lot of people hate it. I'm one of those that's right there in the middle. I play it, and I hate it. Like, I'll play it when I get really bored, and I have those moments where I do want to play it, but then I have those moments where I just can't stand the fucking game. That's me. But I do not like it when people sit there and they're like, oh, well, games that are, like Assassin's Creed Black Flag or Injustice. Why would you get those games? They suck on anything that's not PlayStation 4 or Xbox. Why would you get these on Nintendo products? Probably because a Nintendo product is more stable. Probably because a Nintendo product doesn't require an update every fucking week. Probably because I can plug it in and play the damn game. That's why. Probably because at the end of the day, there's really not that much difference in the graphics aspect unless you have a beast of a television and like you're literally this fucking close to it. Like you're so close you're about to knock yourself the fuck out. There's no reason. And majority of the games, you don't even have to have the damn gamepad. You can have the Pro Controller. So, I mean, really, it just, you bitch about a system, and what are you bitching about? There's more wrong with PlayStation and Xbox than there is with Nintendo. Nintendo just doesn't have third-party support. The funny part about that is the fact that they don't have third-party support and the fact that they have all these other great games and a lot of them are amazing games just goes to show you what exactly do the other guys offer you that makes you just so hardcore. And I'm not saying this to dog on them because I got plenty of shit to dog on them for. Especially with this shit going on with me and Sony right now in my PlayStation Network account because they wanted to freeze me out because I didn't want to be charged $7.49 twice and they didn't want to charge me $9.99 for a DLC, and I want to make sure Rocksteady gets paid, and I don't want to pay Ubisoft twice for one digital copy. That's what they want to freeze my account for. Yeah, that's why. Because they want to charge me for a single copy of Child of Light, digital Child of Light, and it's on. It was on sale for $7.49. Okay, I bought it. Then I wanted to buy the DLC that, if you want to see game footage of, I have it on my channel. Go check it out. I bought the DLC involving Killer Croc, Mr. Freeze, Ra's al Ghul, and the Mad Hatter for Batman Arkham Knight. That was $9.99. I never saw a charge for that. So what they froze my account for was because I didn't want to get charged twice for Child of Light. I want them to charge me the $9.99 for my Batman Arkham Knight DLC. I don't know why I want to say Arkham City. Probably because I'm wearing the t-shirt. But instead of them understanding this problem, they want me to pay double for Ubisoft and ignore Rocksteady completely. Does anybody remember their little catchphrase when they were releasing the PS4? And a lot of you should, because you're riding that Sony dick really hard. A gaming console made by gamers for gamers. We support the developers. We support indie developers. It sure as shit doesn't sound like it when I'm telling you that you're charging me twice for one digital copy game, but you completely negated the fact that Rocksteady's DLC for $9.99 over here, which I have, you didn't charge me for. But you're turning off my PlayStation Network because you want me to pay Ubisoft twice. So you don't want Rocksteady to get any money for their DLC, but you want Ubisoft to get 2 payments for one digital copy game. So you care for which developer? You care for who to get paid. I care that both of them get their fair share. But I'm not paying over full price for Child of Light. 1, it was on sale. 2, Rocksteady deserves the $9.99 for the DLC. I've enjoyed it. I broadcasted the gameplay. Give them their cut of their money. That is why I'm having this problem. And it's their fault they cut my shit off, because they charged me twice. And I said, you're not charging me twice for that. And I said to them that, you know, I'm not saying I'm not going to pay you the $9.99. I told them this. I'm like, I'm not telling you that I'm not going to pay you the $9.99. I'm telling you I'm not giving you $7.49 for an Ubisoft game that's a digital fucking copy. I've already paid you for that. Charge me $9.99 for the Batman DLC, cut my account back on, and make it right. They don't care about the $9.99 DLC. They still haven't cut my account back on. So I've got reason to be mad at them. You have reason to be mad at them if you know, take into the account of what I just said. But then again, you might have never had this problem. I have. And like I said, we just kind of shifted in between things. That topic about the Nintendo thing, that is honestly what I feel. You know, and people, if you want to have an actual issue with Nintendo, please have history with Nintendo. Don't be one of these fuckboys who, well, I bought the Wii U and that gives me the right to have a problem with Nintendo. No, it doesn't. You want to have a problem with Nintendo, bitch? Be someone who grew up on Nintendo. Be someone who has been there with them since they was a child. Your fondest memories are that when you used to go over to your dad's house and used to play Mario and Duck Hunt and see who could get through all 8 levels of Mario the fastest. You know what I'm saying? You have fond memories like that. Not, oh, I just bought a Wii U and my issue with Nintendo is the Wii U sucks. You got no grounds or no rights to be mad at Nintendo. You sound like a fuckboy. I'm not mad at Nintendo. You know when I was mad at Nintendo? I was mad at Nintendo during the GameCube era. I was mad at them for that. I haven't been mad at Nintendo since. I'm mad at the fact they listen to the customers because the customers don't know jack dick. A lot of the customers in Nintendo's world that they listen to don't know jack dick. And I'm going to end the video with that. because a lot of the Nintendo customers they listen to are recent customers, the longevity customers like myself, who've been around since the original NES, the Nintendo Entertainment System, don't really get listened to. Because we still have things like the Super Nintendo. We still have this. We still play this. Our voices aren't heard. We don't get listened to. But the ones who, you know, constantly gripe, piss, bitch, and moan about how bad the Wii U sucks, y'all get listened to. And for no fucking reason. You have no idea how good of a system the Wii U is. You're so concerned with graphics. You're so concerned with your HD remakes, your HD remasters, your definitive edition consoles, that you're not worried about original IP games, which Nintendo offers. That's what makes the Nintendo Wii U such a great system, is all of its original IPs, from the Marios, the Hyrule Warriors, the Smash Bros. 4, to, you know, even its HD remakes, which they have like a handful of. I'm not going to give them no, you know, slack on that. Yeah, they have a handful of HD remakes, but you know what? Nintendo does HD remakes the right way, so they're allowed to. And if you don't believe me, just look at what's going on with PlayStation now. Look at them. What are they grabbing from Nintendo? We want the Resident Evil series, which you, over at Nintendo, magically revamped, and you did everything right with. Say I'm lying. Tell me this game right here isn't the best Resident Evil on the planet. One, the mansion's bigger, the zombies are harder. Okay, tell me I'm wrong. Tell me this isn't the HD. They're not going in and tweaking the graphics off of this game. You know I'm right. Go ahead. Tell me they're not taking from this game. Go ahead. Tell me I'm wrong. Because you're going to be sitting there looking like a fucking idiot. Because Nintendo did the remakes. And when they did the remakes for the Resident Evil, even Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes, they did a damn good job when they did it. And they did it generations ago. They've had 3 generations now. Wii U, Wii, GameCube. That was 3 generations ago when Nintendo was doing HD remakes before it was an HD remake. And they did a damn good job. Skies of Arcadia Legends, another HD remake. The graphics are better on the GameCube, unless you just like the Dreamcast version better. So, you know, it's on you. But GameCube, or not GameCube, but Nintendo does the remakes a hell of a lot better than anybody else. I'm not going to say that, you know, PlayStation's version won't look better because of the chips inside of it. I'm not going to say that. That'd be stupid. But they're just a little late to the party. And everybody who's riding that dick real hard, you might want to ease up off that shit. I'm just saying. Go check your shit. Because now that they're on it and they're in this generational thing, like we gotta have HD remake after HD remaster, after definitive edition, after port, I'm still looking for the actual original IPs. Uncharted 4 and Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm excited for Final Fantasy 7, no doubt, but I want some original IP in this bitch. And they're few and far between. I mean, I'm not taking nothing away from indie games, but aren't we supposed to have some AAA titles? Isn't Sony supposed to be a massive gaming conglomerate? Like, aren't they supposed to be this big giant? Same thing with Microsoft. Aren't they supposed to be a big gaming giant? By the way, everyone's riding their dick. So, where are all these AAA titles? Because I don't see them. Do you? Nintendo's got no problem releasing AAA first-party titles. What's Xbox and Sony's excuse? Anyway, as always, man, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'm gonna end this video right here, man. And as always, deuces.